everyone, my name is Natalie and welcome to my channel. If you've seen my other videos, then you might notice something a little new and different. I'm wearing proper fall clothes and I love it. It dropped from about 85 degrees to 65 degrees and it is wonderful. It's glorious. Not to mention the perfect weather for sharing part 2 of some of the most exciting fall releases. The first October release that I am excited about is my most anticipated release of the year. If you've seen my October TBR, then you might have already guessed it, and it is Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. Unfortunately, I forgot to grab my copy before I came down to my little nature nook. It's such a shame because the cover is gorgeous. It is the sequel to Strange the Dreamer and the finale to the Strange the Dreamer duology. I'm not going to say much about it because I don't want to give spoilers for the first book. Even the official synopsis for Muse of Nightmares has a lot of spoilers, but I will say that I'm really excited to see where it takes the characters and how Laini Taylor resolves the conundrum she put them in at the end of Strange the Dreamer. The second October release that I am excited for is Words We Don't Say by KJ Reilly. Joel Higgins has 901 unsent text messages on his phone ever since The Thing happened. There are certain people that he hasn't been able to talk to. Instead, he composes text to them but never presses send. Throughout his junior year of high school, he is struggling to keep his life together. His best friend Andy is gone. His friend and crush Ellie doesn't know about his feelings for her, and everything is just going wrong. This time he has to work mandatory volunteer service hours. I guess they're not really volunteer. He got voluntold. He has to work at a soup kitchen. Working at the soup kitchen opens up his perspective, and he begins to bond with the people that he serves, including a homeless veteran named Rooster. The third October release I am excited for is Blanca and Roja by Anna Marie McLemore. Blanca and Roja del Cisne are sisters, but they couldn't be more opposite. Blanca is very meek and obedient, while Roja is manipulative and ruthless. The Del Cisne family is cursed. They are bound to this flock of swans that lives in the woods, and the two sisters will soon become rivals in a dangerous game for survival. The sister who wins will get to remain a girl, but whoever loses is trapped in the body of a swan forever. The stakes are raised when two local boys get caught in the middle of the game. Blanca and Roja is a dark, magical realism book with fairy tale elements, family secrets, and sisterhood, and these are all things that I really love in a book, especially in the fall. The fourth October release I am excited about, and I might even buy this one, is The Girl They Left Behind by Roxanne Veletzos. The Girl They Left Behind is all about life in 1940s Soviet-occupied Romania. A childless couple takes in an orphaned Jewish girl, and it's all about her growing up. It's about friendship. There's also romance and danger because her childhood friend and crush Victor ends up becoming a very important figure in the communist regime in Romania. She has a chance to escape, but she faces a difficult decision. She is torn between staying in Romania with the people that she loves, risking her life as a result, or leaving her home to find freedom and uncover her past. I love war novels. It also sounds like it's going to be a book that makes me cry, and I'm totally here for that. The last October release that I am excited for and has one of the most interesting concepts of these books is The Light Between Worlds by Laura E. Weymouth, and this comes out the 23rd. It follows two sisters, Philippa and Evelyn, and I believe it takes place during World War II. One night when they are forced into a bomb shelter, they find themselves not in London, but in this magical woodland realm, kind of like Narnia. When morning comes and they return to the real world, nothing's changed. Evelyn can't escape the grasp of the realm and longs to return, while Philippa is determined to put it behind her as just a fantasy and tries to make a place for herself in the world, even moving to America. However, when Evelyn goes missing, Philippa is forced to confront her memories of the war and this realm, as well as the realities of her sister's obsession with it and the impact it had on her. There's a lot of family dynamics and obviously some magical realism, or maybe even straight up fantasy elements. And to me, it seems like it focuses on like post-Narnia life, and I love the Chronicles of Narnia, but it never fully addresses what being in Narnia and experiencing Narnia does to you once you've grown up. So I'm really interested to see how that inspiration is incorporated into the book and how it addresses that issue. Okay, now we get to move on to the November releases. The first November release I'm excited about is Empress of All Seasons by Emiko Jean, and this comes out on the 6th. Each generation, a competition is held to determine the new Empress of Hanaku. Everyone is allowed to enter except for yokai. I think that's how it's pronounced. And yokai are these supernatural monsters and spirits that the imperial family is determined to enslave and destroy. There may even be some sort of historical blood feud between them, I'm not really sure. The main character, Mari, has trained her whole life to compete, but she will have to hide who she truly is. Competing could possibly be a death sentence for her because Mari is yokai. She winds up teaming up with Taro, who is the prince and future emperor, but he doesn't want to rule. And Akira, who is a half-human, half-yokai outcast. Somehow the three of them play a key role in determining the fate of the empire. So I'm really curious to see how that plot point is executed and also what the competition looks like. The next and last November release I have on my TBR is The Mark of the Raven by Morgan L. Busse. This sounds like a kind of supernatural fantasy sort of book, and it's a really cool concept. The main character, Lady Selene, is heir to the House of Ravenwood, and she comes from a long line of dreamwalkers. These dreamwalkers are able to enter other people's dreams, and they can actually manipulate people's desires and fears. So kind of like Inception, if you've ever seen that. She discovers that the women in her family have been using their gift for hire, to gather information and even to assassinate people. When she finds out this dark family secret, she has a tough decision to make. She's torn between supporting and upholding her family legacy or finding the true reason behind her gift. It gets especially difficult when she is tasked to assassinate the one man who can bring peace to their world, but he's also destined to bring down the House of Ravenwood. I haven't heard very much about it, so I'm really interested in seeing what it's all about. There's not really any releases on my list for December. Most of the books, to my knowledge, coming out in December are a lot of romances. That's not really my jam. There were some books I was interested in, but not enticing enough to make it onto my most anticipated release list. It was a little while back that I did look at these lists and release dates, so there might have been something I missed. I guess that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If there's a book you're really excited about that I didn't mention, especially when it comes to those December books, make sure to share it with everyone down in the comments. Make sure to like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe to see more exciting content. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep reading, and I'll see you next time here on The Mighty Quill.